Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. I just wanted to briefly talk about Dead Rising 3. I got it last week, I believe, for the Xbox One, and I popped it in the other day, and I'm having a blast with it. I would say if you are into the previous titles, you'll probably like it. Some of the differences for me are, Dead Rising 3 seems much more open to me. It seems a little more open worldish, even though I know it's not. There's just a main map that you can use. It seems kind of like, almost like Grand Theft Auto in a sense, to where you can find like little nooks and crannies and secrets that the other games, or at least the first game, because I don't think I played much or any of the second game, but I do have it due to Games with Gold. Xbox Live gave it away. Anyhow, I remember in the first game, it felt kind of closed in. You were in a mall. I forget where the second game takes place, but this one you're outside and you can go in buildings and stuff, certain buildings, things like that. So it just seems like if you check in the nook and crannies of things, you tend to find strange weapons or new items or blueprints to build your own weapons. That's one of the cool features as well. You get to build your own weapons and all that type of stuff. One of the things I really like about the game is I hooked up my phone to the Xbox One using something called Smart Glass. They have two separate programs. One is for the 360 and one is for the Xbox One. The 360 version is more like a remote control. You can swipe the screen and stuff. The Smart Glass one actually interacts with the game almost in a sense like the Wii U motion controller. Not motion control, the Wii U controller pad, that screen. You can obviously touch the screen and do things, but I was getting phone calls on my phone through the program from a character in the game that was giving me hints and tips and things to do next that you supposedly cannot get through just playing the game normally. So the guy does call you. I think the guy's name is Jamie. I think he calls you normally in the game and interacts with you and gives you hints and things to do next. But if you have your phone connected, you get even more stuff and it unlocks other features and items and things. So I thought that was a really cool thing to kind of break that barrier down. What do they call it? The third wall, the fourth wall, whatever, to where it's, interacting with you on a different realm, so to speak. So I really like that. Overall, I thought the graphics were really nice, even though some people are saying they're not the best. I thought they were pretty nice for next gen. The sound is pretty good, and the controls are great. I'm having no problem with that. I'd say the menus are a bit cumbersome for me, or at least I'm still trying to figure them out. In terms of, like, there's a blueprint menu, there's a level up menu, there's a map screen, there's all separate things you can pick through. I think that just might be because I haven't played a ton of it yet. I have played online with one random guy, and we kind of just ran around and ran over the zombies. He jumped in the truck and we ran over the zombies, and the cool thing about that is the massive amount of zombies that can be on screen now with the new technology. Where with the old game, maybe there was 30 or 40, it looks like there's hundreds and hundreds now. And running them over is very gratifying, as weird as that sounds. Initially, when I started the game, it felt very horror-esque. I was playing and you feel very closed in and cramped. The zombies are kind of all over the place behind these like fences or barricades. And I was like, oh my god, this feels almost like Silent Hill, like very creepy. You don't know what's going to happen. But then once you get out and you meet people, or you go back to where you were from at the diner, you're at a diner holed up with a bunch of people, it tends to get a little more goofy, a little tongue-in-cheek. But people were saying online that it doesn't know where it lands. Like, is it goofy or is it serious and creepy? And it kind of has that going back and forth, or so it seems to me so far. I'm only a couple chapters in. Playing online was really fun. Running around. I could see definitely running around with a friend being even more fun because you can laugh and joke. And the bosses so far seem to be slightly goofy. I fought this guy who was a kung fu master inside of a temple with one of those big spears with the blade at the end. And that was kind of goofy. And I had on this dragon helmet that I created that lets you fly and knock zombies over. And then I switched and I had these. They call it the Dragon Punch, and it's boxing gloves with nails at the end of it, but some kind of engine built in. So he screams Shoryuken or some shit from Street Fighter series, and you fly across the screen and punch shit. So it's very goofy, but it's a lot of fun. I think if you were to say, well, the story's not so great, it's interesting, but it's not amazing, Maybe some people would say, oh, the graphics aren't like amazing yet. They're still just kind of developing it because it's an early release. I would say the fun is definitely there. I like all three of those aspects of it. The story's getting me or grasping me because I find it fun to go find these like people to save and things to do, and it just always seems like there's something extra to do. But definitely the fun is there. If you just like pure fun and you don't care for the story or care for whatever, I think you'd enjoy it overall just for that. Another good thing, I don't know if I had mentioned this a second ago, I can't remember now, is they took away the time limits. So it's kind of just open world. You can run around and do what you want when you want, or so it seems, to where with the first title, I remember feeling bogged down by, oh, you have 5 minutes to complete this, and oh, Stella's here. Okay. I'm trying to think if anything else really stood out. You can obviously upgrade your character, get more life, be better with ranged or melee attacks. I would say one of the negatives for me is, so far, and I'm still at the beginning, so I can't really speak fully, is, let's get Stella in this. Come here, Stella, let's get you in on this. One of the things is, I feel, now you walk away, really, I feel that the main character isn't really doing much for me. He's just some guy, I think he works at a mechanic bay or something. His name is Nick Ramos, I think. He's not really, I haven't found out enough about him yet, and I don't feel like I feel like I may not end up caring for him in the long run. But you also getting the day one edition, which is what I have, which was cool because I got it used. You get unlockables, a card to unlock Frank West and the guy from the second game, so you can play as them too. I mean, I think you're still Nick, but you look like them or something. And the goofy costumes you can put on in the game are very fun. I had like an afro on with big sunglasses. Now I have like a Magnum PI mustache with a Hawaiian shirt. So it's kind of goofy and definitely has a collectible type of aspect to it. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say about the game. Oh, this is nothing really to do with the game, but something cool I found out. If you're using a card to unlock things in a game, like downloadable content, for instance, this Frank West, another guy, when you want to get the extra day one stuff, all you have to do is say Xbox redeem code, and you hold up the code, and it's one of those, is it QR readers, kind of like your phone, same thing as your phone, and it picks it up and puts it in the thing for you. You don't have to type anything out. I thought that was really cool. So I know everyone complains about having the Kinect. I don't really think this game it does use it actually. The other part of it is you can use the Kinect to push zombies off you and I think punch zombies, but I turn that feature off. I don't really like using the motion controls too often. But I think if you have a day, want some games to fill out your Xbox One, I don't want to say collection because I doubt you have a collection already, but games you want to play, from the games I've played so far, which is Titanfall, which is great, Dead Rising 3, which I think is a lot of fun. I played a little bit of Rise. I think the first mission, that was pretty fun, though repetitive. I liked it. And, you got some options here. It's not like you could say, oh, well, this one game is good and the rest all suck. So definitely check out Dead Rising. If you have an Xbox One, hit me up. Maybe we could play a game online or two. And that's really it. Overall, I really like the game. I'm having fun with the system. So thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.